Welcome back to another episode of Friday Sews. My name is Tanya, and this is the channel where we create the atmosphere for you to celebrate your grace, beauty, and style. If you are new here and you're wondering what Friday Sews is all about, well, it was created by Jen at Today in Jen's Sewing Room here on YouTube. She wanted to bring the sewing community together so we can talk a little bit about sewing and a little bit about life, and to share with you all of our updates that's going on in our sewing room. So welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you for being here and pressing the play button. And to all of my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back each time I post a video. And those of you who have not yet subscribed, I hope by the time you get to the end of this video that you will subscribe and like as well. Well, today I have a little bit to talk about as far as life and sewing. I'm going to share with you what I have on, this lovely top that I have on today, and give you an update on a project that I finished a couple of weeks ago, and give you a sneak peek of the Sewn Magazine that I am featured in for the month of October. And I'll be featured again in the December magazine as well. So I'll share with you how you can get that magazine. It is on sale until November the 14th. So I'm excited to share all of this. So let's get started. Okay, let's start off with the elephant in the room, or the leopard in the room, the top that I am wearing. Have you ever had that garment when you finish and you put it on and you're like, yes, this is it. This is one of those tops that I absolutely love. I've made this before. This time I made it with different sleeves, a different length as well. So let's get into this pattern. It is McCall's 8144. Right, and it's made with knit. The suggested fabrics for this are your two-way stretch knits, 50% cross grain, your cotton knits, sweater knits, velour, and velvet. Ooh, I've got some velvet I could make this with as well, so we'll see. So those are the suggested fabrics for this. The fabric that I am wearing is a Ponte knit. It's lightweight. It has some texture to it. I got this fabric from Hobby Lobbies. I happened to go in there. I was in a different area of town and I stopped in and it was 40% off. I went ahead and picked it up and I have enough left over. I think I'm going to make a headband to go with this as well. My intentions of making this was to pair it up with some faux leather fabric that I have. I'm still trying to figure out what skirt I want to make, but I'm going to show you the fabric wrapped around me so you can see how it does work together. So let's go over here so you can see the full view. Show you the faux fabric. I believe I've shown this to you before. This is the faux leather that I want to make a skirt to go with this leopard print. I think it's going to be perfect. But I'm having a hard time figuring out the skirt that I want. Some of the envelope sizes that I purchased for the skirts are too small, so I'm gonna have to wait for another sale to pick up the next size. Isn't that just like beautiful? A perfect match? Yes. Let me show you what it looks like. I'm gonna wrap it around me. Let me show you that. So that was a skirt. Right. To wrap it around. That would be just lovely. Okay, let's dive a little bit deeper into McCall's 8144. So I did, once again, I did view A, but I did the length of view B. And my previous make, I did view C. Now, one thing that I will change when I make this again, because I just absolutely love these sleeves. So here are the sleeves. You have your cuff, and it's not gathered here. It's actually pleats. So I'll actually show you a little video and some photos of the pleats there. I believe it makes it a lot neater by doing it that. A little nice feature, right?
I love how these pleats are coming out on the sleeve of this garment. So we're just going to take this and go to the center. And then take this. And I felt like it was easier to use the clips at the end here. Once I complete all the pleats on my sleeve, I'm going to base right across here. And it's going to look just amazing. So you see the pattern piece here, the pleats, they have to come together to the center of each individual pleat area. And you have to do it on the outside. There's the inside of my fabric, and you're doing your pleats on the outside.
Now, I love to pull it up this far, you know, because sometimes I get a little hot, and I love how it fits like that, and it will stay there. Now, the sleeve is a little longer than I wanted it to be, so I could have shortened the cuff, but I think what I'm going to do is add a piece of elastic here so that it will stay up above my wrist here if I put a little piece of elastic there. So that's a small adjustment that I'm going to actually make to this top here. Other than that, it was an easy make. On the back side, it says that it's easy, and I agree. There is a stretch guide on the back as well. So when you purchase your fabric, you want to place it here and here, and then just stretch it all the way to the end of the arrow, and you know that that is a 50% stretch. Here are your line drawings. You see A, B, and C. I love the sleeves on A. I started to do the sleeves on B, but because my fabric is white on the other side, ooh, I don't know if you can see that right there. I didn't want to see that. If it was a more flowy sleeve, you probably would have seen the white on the side. So at the last minute, I decided to do the sleeve for A. There are 4 pattern pieces to this. You have your front that you're going to cut twice. There is a seam in the front to give you some shape and body. On the back, you're going to put that on the fold. Then you have your sleeves and your cuff. So those are your 4 pattern pieces for McCall's 8144. The size, you have all your sizes in this one envelope, which I like, is an extra small all the way up to XXL. Your finished bust measurements are, for an extra small is 34 inches, finished bust size, all the way up to an XXL, which is 51.5 inches. I selected the large, which the finished bust measurement is a 43.5, and it worked well for my bust size of a 44. It gave me plenty of room. There is a lot of ease in this as well. And yes, I would recommend this to a beginner sewist. You've probably seen this pattern. Plenty of people have made this, and I like it. I will continue to keep making it because I like the ease of it. It's very comfortable, and I love it. I love it with this material. It is just lovely. So what's next? My last video, I was talking about completing Butterick 6806, which I did view A. There, it's a beautiful dress, nice and casual. Here are your line drawings for that. And this is what it looks like. I love the V-neck, the sleeves with the elastic. I like that. Now I do still need to sew a bow in the center here. You have 2 casings for 2 rows of elastic. but it did not fit. It's a little tight under the underarms. It is tugging in that area. So I've realized that I need to do a full bust adjustment, especially when I'm working with woven materials. Most patterns are created for a cup size, I believe, of a B cup size, and I'm a D. So I need to account for that. And in order for me to do that, I either need to go up a size or do a full bust adjustment, right? And so this envelope only went up to a size 16. And so once I completed it and tried it on, it just does not feel comfortable. There's not enough room around this area for me to even move like that. I just can't do it. So I'm going to end up giving this one away. I do like the style of this dress. I would like to make another one. I'm going to check to see if they have larger size where I could maybe go up a size. But I really do need to learn how to do a full bust adjustment. Now I have this book here, the fitting book. I just need to start using it. And in this book, there are several bodices where she does a full bust adjustment. All right, so here, there's a full bust adjustment for if you have darts in your bodice. So as you see these drag lines here, that's what I was experiencing in my dress. It's tugging right in that area. There's also a full bust adjustment for princess seams. And then she has one in here if you have no seams at all, no darts, no anything. That's a separate one. So if I can learn this skill, this would help me out when I'm working with woven fabrics. Okay, so that's Butterick 6806. Need to work on fit for that pattern. Right, what am I currently working on? I did complete Simplicity 9372. What is this? View D. This one right down here. So I'm going to try to show you this. It's a little complicated putting it on and wrapping it around. Let me show you the back view. This is what it looks like in the back. But I did complete this because I wanted to make it to go over this McCall's 8218 View C. And because there's no sleeves, I thought it would be a good idea to put that on top of it there. And let me show you the fabric that I'll be using for this. So this is the knit fabric. I love this color. So I think that would go great. It's the jumpsuit with that. Yes, it's going to take a little practice trying to figure this out here. So we're going to bring this around. And there's the arm piece there, right? And then we're going to try to swing this around and put the arm in there. And then you have to play around with this. It's a lot. It's a lot, but once you get it on there, right? And then you got to kind of pull down the back. You can kind of see the crisscross in the back there. Oh no. Yeah. Not bad though. Once you get it on there and kind of practice the way you want it, it's very lightweight. This is a knit fabric that I actually got a bundle from Wal-Mart. I'm not a Wal-Mart shopper, but now that I know that they have fabric and they have patterns, I've been going into Wal-Mart. And speaking of patterns, I've got to show you a couple of patterns that I picked up. So I like it. You just got to figure out how to put it on. Okay, this is one of the patterns that I picked up from Wal-Mart, and you have the Simply, It's So Simple, a McCall's pattern. And they have style numbers. So this is L9635, a fleece jacket. I have a pink and blue fleece. And I said, oh, this would be perfect for that. And let me show you the line drawings. And most of their simple patterns, it's either $2.97 or $4.97. So very reasonable priced. And I found this 2018 Mimi G pattern. Lovely, lovely. Now, what I realized at Walmart, most of her old patterns, they're not ringing up at the register. They end up ringing this pattern up with this one at this price because it wasn't ringing up. And this is the second time that I've tried to purchase one of her patterns within Walmart. The first time, the young lady said she could not sell it to me because it wasn't ringing up. Okay, so let me try again. Here is the line drawing for this. I love the bow. I love the pleats at the bottom here. Very classic dress. I'm looking forward to making that as well. Check out your local Walmart for patterns and for some fabric. And it's very lightweight. I'll give you a close-up of that. It's very lightweight material, but that's all I need is something light to cover me up when I'm in the office or somewhere. So I'm gonna make the jumpsuit, and I felt like that would be a perfect cover-up to go with this material. Yes, I believe so. Okay, now a little bit about life, which is still sewing related. The Sewn Magazine for October. Now, I talked about this a few times in a couple of my videos. This is the issue where it displayed veterans who sew. So it's a group of us that's in here. And this is the cover page. This is Chris. I'll put her information down below. She's the one who brought us all together. She made the cover page, which is just beautiful. And on the back, she embroidered "Still Serving." I thought that was the perfect touch to her dress. So I'm going to show you my pages. And I'm proud of these photos because my son took these photos for me. So this is, I did an editorial photo. There's that. And it talks about my military background here. So there's a photo of me. This is when I was deployed. I went to Kuwait. So we were in the desert area. So our uniforms was the sand colored. And I was trying to imitate that sand brown color here instead of the green Army uniform. And there's another photo. And this one here. Now, there are some extra copies that she printed. I will leave you the email address. You can reach out to the owner of the Sewn Magazine, and she'll send you an invoice if she does have any more copies left. So if you want to get this October edition, you can do so. And then here's the last page. And this is the back of my garment there. So this was an advance garment. I don't know how. I just don't know how. Just one step at a time that I was able to complete this. I love it. So there's quite a few of us here. And then here's a little bit of Chris and her photos there. There's another one that came out really beautiful, the green. So just absolutely beautiful. And then there's some others that are in the magazine that are not veterans. The great thing about this magazine is that you get some how-tos, some step-by-steps. So it's not just displaying the photos. They give you some tips about some things as well. I will also be in the December magazine as well. I'll put that information in the description down below if you want to order the December issue. It is on sale until November the 14th. So you want to pre-order because she only prints for what's been ordered, and she may print a few over that number. So if you want a copy of the magazine, you will have to pre-order that magazine. So that was a little bit about life. And I think that's all. Once again, what I will be working on for this week is the jumpsuit. Well, I thank you all for joining me for another episode of Friday Sews. Thank you so much for being here and viewing my videos. If you have not done so already, subscribe and like the video. I would appreciate it. And everyone, have a lovely day.